Hey there, CC Kids volunteers. Miss Heather here, and I am trying something new. I have been having difficulties getting the time to type out really long emails, and I know you love reading and you miss those from me, I know. But I'm trying a video newsletter real quick. So we'll see how this goes, and you can give me your feedback either here on YouTube or in Facebook, however you get it. So I have a few things for everybody. Okay, so everybody listen up. Please, I have props. Please register for the Volunteer Appreciation Dinner. It is Thursday, April 21st in the evening, and we will have childcare. So the link is live right now. You can look it up on the church website calendar, and I'll probably be sending these cards out to you too, so you can wait till you get one in the mail if that works. But we want to love on you. We're even going to have childcare available. Yes, so you and your husband or your spouse can come and enjoy dinner and know that the kids are being taken care of too. They get to have pizza, if that's okay. And so sign up for that, make plans, put it on your calendar. Thursday, April 21st, okay? So next thing important I can't forget to tell you is that next Sunday, March 13th, I'm going to be out of town. And so I've got two wonderful coordinators stepping up to help out. You'll have Carrie Furnish with you and Tina Stroh-Snyder. And they have this lovely 5-page list. You know I'm a list person. Look at that. Look at that beautifulness. Okay, so they have this list of things to help everyone be successful next Sunday. So if you need something from them, you'll know where to find them. They'll be in the lobby, and their numbers are posted on the coordinator list for you. Okay, so you can get in touch with them. Next thing is our decor team is gearing up to have some decorations for spring and, of course, Easter in our hallways. And so they are asking for some help from the kids. Some of the elementary kids started it. They made out some cutouts, and we're asking the kids to color them. So we've got nice little baggies like this. There'll be a note. This one happens to have lambs in it. They don't have to color the whole thing, but they can decorate the lambs. We're going to put these on the doors and make a nice little pattern. This one in particular is a little bit different. This is if you end up getting this is a cross that you tear off this yellow thing, and it's just like a sticky pad. So then you crumble up these tiny pieces of tissue paper and you stick it on there, and it makes a colorful cross. Fun to do if they need something for their hands to work on, okay? And plus there's some other regular crosses for extras to color. So we're going to need a little help with that, and I can't wait to see what our spaces are going to look like for spring. I'm so excited. Another thing for everybody is if the weather is nice and is not too wet or not too mucky, you can now go ahead and take your kids outside for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be long, and I wouldn't stay any longer than 15 minutes because we still have a lot of wonderful things and activities to do. And our supply team is doing a fabulous job of making sure that you guys have just about everything that you need in your binders and in your supply baskets. And so what a wonderful blessing that has been. Okay, next thing to report on. My goodness, we had 6 baptisms last Sunday. I want to read their names off because each and every one of you that has been serving in this ministry for the last 6 years mostly, maybe 10 for some of them, you've probably held these babies and you have changed their diapers, and you have fixed their little fights and things and helped them learn how to play with other kids and just loved on them and told them God loves you. We got Nico Villavicenio and Aurora, his little sister. We have Aubrey Morgan and Adeline Morgan who got baptized. Juliana Benzarski, Brooke Hillard and Isabel Hillard. Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing? We just need to celebrate these moments. So excited to be a part of their faith journey. And it's really, truly a fruit of your labor of love here in CC Kids. So just take a moment and breathe that in and say a prayer for those families and for those sweet children, those brothers and sisters in Christ now. Thanks to Brittany Reed. Yes, very important. Brittany Reed. She has been teaching. She's taken on this Rooted for Kids class for the last several years. And she just runs with it. And it's such a great experience for our families who are wanting to dive deeper into faith and learning about what it really means to be a Christian. So that is really cool. Thanks, Brittany. Something is coming up in about a month. And that is Easter. It's April 17th this year. And, we usually go pretty big with Easter here at Christ Church. And so I just want to go over a few things so you have this on your radar, okay? So as far as I know right now, we're going to have 2 services at 9 and 10:30. And then we are also going to have all the kids experiences in our kids wing. I know sometimes we've done things in the gym, and that's fine, but this time we're going to actually have all those visitors and those families come into our spaces and be able to experience what it truly does mean to come here and what it feels like to have a regular church experience here at Christ Church. So we're going to have them here. So with that, it's going to be kind of like, I like to say it, all hands on deck for Easter. We, please, if you can right now, just put on your calendar to set aside one of those services to at least help if you can, please. I'm going to have to open an extra class at least at the 9 a.m., I'm sure, to have another age range level for that morning. And I may have to add an additional class or so in the second service. So I'll be sending those out pretty soon as I figure out how to do that in CCB and make those different changes. So let's see here. Something else very exciting. This is still for everybody. I'm so excited. New volunteers. I'd like to welcome these new volunteers to our ranks. They either have just finished the onboarding process or they're in the process of the onboarding process. Okay. So we've got Jill Parks, Todd Arnold, Donna Joyner, Jeremy Rossi, and Matt Newcomer. Yay! Welcome to the team, guys. We're so excited to have you. And then I just want to let you know we have 3 volunteers who are moving on to their next best thing. So we say sayonara and God bless to you guys. And so now I'm going to talk a little bit about early childhood and a little bit about elementary. And then I'm going to sign off, okay? So early childhood. Toddler teachers, those of you who are doing 2s and 3s, you'll notice that you have a new curriculum. And it's the same orange curriculum. It's just specifically for toddlers. And I debated back and forth whether to start with this one, but it was a little different with the supply stuff. So we started everybody on the same one first. And now we're trying it for March, and I would really love to see and hear your feedback about it. So far, after yesterday, a lot of the teachers in there really did enjoy it. It's a little bit less. So you have the Bible story. You still can go to the muscle room and watch the 10-minute song and with the OWL program. And then it has some playtime. And then you have a craft, but it's kind of like it's an easier craft. It's more for that 2 and 3-year-old age. And it's like everybody doesn't have to come at the same time and do the craft together. It's like you can do a few at a time, and it's not too hard to make it happen. So I'm eager to see what you all think about that, if that's working for you. And if so, then we'll keep it for April and see how it goes from there. So that's it. And then elementary, you guys, we're doing jam session. So it's kind of a twist in music and doing different stuff and cooperation. Because, cooperation and music go really well together, especially if you've ever played in a band or an orchestra or sung in a choir. Because all it takes is one wrong note, right? You can tell. Your guys' opening project, and some of you worked on already, was weaving. You guys, we have these old CD discs right here that I've been collecting. And this week we wrapped yarn around it at least 13 times. Could have been 15, but I think it was 13, most of them. And what we're going to do from now on is we want to finish these discs. So, and this is where cooperation is going to come in. We're going to be weaving yarn around, over, under, over, under, over, under. And so I'll tell you, here's what it starts to look like on this side. It's even three-dimensional a little bit. So I'm doing this one, and let's see if I can show you here. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so I'm going to go over this one and under this one. And I clumped the string. It's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. I clump the string and just shove it through, pull it through, okay? And there, I went under, and then I'm going to do it again. And you just keep going like that, over, under. Just do a few right here. And see, like, it doesn't matter. You just push it all through there. And I would say, like, if you're wondering how much of a piece of string to start with, like, start with a yard. Like, I always just, measure arm to arm, and then do a cut, because then you can always tie it off. Like, you can barely see it right there. I tied it off and started a new color, and then I'll just kind of make it even more special. So we want to try to get these like all the way to the edge if we can. So that means that once we get one started, like if a kid starts it in first service, another kid can work on the same exact one the second service, and then the next week, and they can keep finishing out the yarn until we get to the end, and we can tie another piece of string on there, because the whole idea is cooperation. It's not going to be some person's one project. Okay, we're going to work on these all together. The goal is to do as many as we can and get as many of these discs finished up as we can, because then what we'll do eventually is we will tie them all together and kind of make a beautiful quilt that we will hang in our hallways to remember. So I think it'll be really cool. We've got plenty of yarn, but I would start with cut pieces, because you can't like do a whole thing of yarn through each one of those things. So just like I said, that one like yard piece, cut it and let the kids start with that. You do have to tie it on to, like, I started and I tied it on to like the string, the first one, and then started going over, under from there. So hopefully that makes sense. This is kind of a different thing. We've never done a cooperative project like this before, but I think it can be really nice. So thanks everybody for watching today. It's been 12 minutes and 45 seconds. No, it's counting on, sorry. It's going to be about 13 minutes of your day, and I really appreciate that time that you're spending with me. If you have questions, email me, heather.medler@ourchristchurch.com. And thank you again for loving on our kids, for making that orange strategy red, love of the home, yellow, light of the church. We're combining them together to impact the life of children here in Mason, Ohio. And so thank you so much for your dedication to that. God bless you today. Bye-bye.